That's no moon. It's a space station.
It's too big to be a space station.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
Welcome everyone, this is Master's Joke, also Master's Joke 75 on Instagram. So it's not clickbait, this is honestly my last ever room tour. I've only ever done one before, but yeah, it's the end. Honestly, it's the end. I mean, I'm going to give you a look round, but I'm doing this mainly for posterity, for myself, so I can look back. That's another reason why I'm wearing this season's Arsenal shirt as well. Like Rice is my favourite player. I collect football shirts as well. I've not done any videos of my football shirts, but I've probably got a good few hundred football shirts. But that's for another time. That's also for another channel, maybe. I don't know. But I don't wear football shirts outside. I wear them indoors if I'm watching a game. Really enjoyed the FA Cup as well, watching Crystal Palace beat Man City. You know, I've got a soft spot for Crystal Palace. It's one of my first FA Cup finals that I really kind of took proper notice of. But yeah, it's not about football shirts, it's all about my Star Wars figures, action figures, Doctor Who figures. And yes, for posterity, so I can also look back on what shirt was being worn when I did the actual room tour. But it doesn't really matter because this is literally the last ever toy room tour. And I mean, the reason for it is because it wasn't even my room. It wasn't even mine. It was my son's toy room. Initially, when I moved to this house in Bedfordshire, this was going to be a spare bedroom, and we had there was like a double bed in here. And my wife's parents, they were in between moving from a house to a flat. They were downsizing, so they spent 3 weeks with us. So. So after that, my wife said, we're not going to have a guest room. So the guest room disappeared and we made it into my son's toy room because it was only like, 2, 3 years old. And it was his toy room. And then during the pandemic, when I had nothing else to do, I started buying Star Wars figures. And then I made this place. It was my place to go to. So I'd be watching like Pala Boys, like on a Friday. And then I'd be like playing with all my new toys and my old toys, because all this stuff was in the loft, in the toy room. So I'm going to show you around, but a lot of this stuff is my son's, but it's got to go. The main reason is because my son does not play with toys. He never comes in here. And also my wife got a new job recently, working in HR, and she needs an office. And what can I say? I've got no choice. So I'm going to give you it's not really much different than when I last did a toy room tour must be about a couple of years ago before I went to Abu Dhabi. So it's not much different, but I'll show you around and then that's it. Then I've literally got to start packing it away and putting it up in the loft until I retire and move somewhere else, and hopefully I can have my own toy room or collection room. Well, that's what the wife tells me anyway. So let's have a look. So I'm even wearing my turtle slippers, which the wife got me for Christmas, because I don't know if you're aware, I'm a sucker for nostalgia. But here, this is where the writing was on the wall. So I did a post, must have been before Christmas, where Lando, Return of the Jedi Lando, or General Lando, he kind of just slipped off the wall, because all my figures were on hooks. And he's never gone back. So there's no damage. He just slipped onto the Lego figures. No damage. But yeah, my wife had told me before Christmas this place had to go. And now I've just got no choice. I've got to get on and do it. So yeah, that's why Lando never went back up there. So all these figures will actually be going back into boxes. But as I say, when I retire, because it's the big one. It's the big one this year. So not long to go until retirement. I can get it all back out again and have a new room when I move to a new place. I don't know if the camera's picking it up because of the window. There we go. So yeah, I mean, I love Return of the Jedi, and if I had more room, I'd have more figures up. But the thing is, I mean, the wife says she just wants a desk. I can keep it as it is, but she wants the windows. I have the blinds closed all the time, and she wants the she basically wants the blinds and windows open in the summer, which is fair enough, and it will just destroy everything. So yeah, that's why I've made the decision that I've got to basically put everything away. I'm not going to get rid of it, but I do have to put it away. There is my son's Lego hospital and fire station, some Star Wars there. There's my retro collection prototype Chewie, which Ed from New York sent me. He sent me loads of stuff. It's quite difficult to film with a window, the blinds open. So yeah, all this Lego is going to be boxed up and put on the loft. I can see a time when my son says, "Oh, you know all that stuff you put in the loft for me, Dad? Can I sell it?" So I'll deal with that when it happens. There's Vader's castle, the old X-wings. I do like these X-wings, and it was when because I bought a Poe Dameron X-wing for me and my son. When we got them, they were really kind of the guns were so flimsy, and then I watched Toy Polloi, and Toy Polloi showed that he contacted Hasbro, and if you wrote to them, like I send them an email, they'll send you like brand new guns that weren't flimsy. So I took Toy Polloi's advice on that one. That's my Navarro Cantina. I don't know, I mean, I'm going to keep some stuff in here, but just obviously not in direct sunlight where it's going to get destroyed. There's my new Boba Fett droids from the Disney store. And there's my TIE. Was it a TIE Advanced Interceptor? Is it an Interceptor? It's Darth Vader's that I bought at the NEC. There's all my figures from KB Toys. Honestly, it was great. I mean, if I didn't have this room during the pandemic, I don't know what I would have done. I spent so much time in here because I was still working throughout the whole pandemic, working from home, and then yeah, then it was over, and I kind of held on to it. So yeah, this is all for me to look back on in years to come. There's my Millennium Falcon up there as well. I think I've got another because I've only built so far. I've only built the Solo Lando's Millennium Falcon out of Lego, and I've got another one. Got another one over it. I do like the black one as well. The evil Millennium Falcon looks nice, and there's some good prices. Oh, there's my Lego fire station that I got for Christmas back in the 80s, and Chuffy Fire has sent me some stickers for it. I just haven't got around to doing it. I'm always so busy. There's some of my games, my records. That record box, I mean, it's proper old from the 90s. I remember my dad won that at in his working man's club. He won it in the Christmas raffle, so I thought I'm having that. So that's got me old records in there. Some of my old games. I mean, maybe when there is more room and there's a desk in here, I can set up my PlayStation 2 properly, and also my Atari 520 ST, because I want to dig that out of the loft at some point. And there's my key that I got on May the 4th from the Disney store. And someone in the comments, they did say, look, just sell it. And I think he sold his for like 16 quid or 18 quid. So I had a look, and they are selling, but I think the market's now been flooded on Evil Bay, so there's no. I mean, I'd be happy with a tenner for it. There's my Tron. I was so happy to pick this up at that car boot in was it GM Growers in Bedfordshire. So happy with that because it's the colour just pops. £5. Let your eyes be your guide. I could have got it cheaper, but it's in immaculate condition. So I know how much these are worth, and I don't mind paying what something's worth. And we got a new film coming out, but I love Tron. Tron means so much to me. But look at that, it's brilliant. the wife said, have you bought that to put on the shelf? There's some more of my Star Wars figures. This is my son's truck that he got when he was a kid. So yeah, this is some of his toys that need to well, the wife says to go. I've said leave it, I'll sort out his toys. There's my Star Wars figures, all from KB Toys, Florida, 2003 that was. There's my He-Man figures. So these are my originals. So I did swap a lot of He-Man figures with my best friend at school for his Star Wars stuff. But He-Man and Skeletor, I got them for my birthday. Merman's an original. Grizzlor's an original. I remember buying him in Tesco's. It's where I got all my Star Wars Christmas stuff. Yeah, all the others are ones that I've picked up over the years. I think the best deal was Faker, 50p from Hitchin Carbu. His legs weren't attached, but yeah, 50p for him. So that was great. I'd like to get his proper accessories, but you know, that's the thing with toys. You've got all the time in the world to kind of do it. There's no rush. So yeah, this is all for posterity. Oh, there's all my new Arsenal shirts that I picked up from the Arsenal shop. Check out my video. I've seen the new Arsenal shirt, which they wore against Newcastle. It just, I mean, the material looks great because it's got the Arsenal A, but it's just exactly the same as as all the other ones. So yeah, there's my droid from Galaxy's Edge, which is a fairy droid at the moment. So I'm going to convert him back because obviously I need to make things as small as possible because I don't want to stick my droids in the loft. They'll go somewhere else. Probably still in this room, but yeah, I've got to have a big sort out. And then these toys are my son's Hot Wheels. I mean, I love Hot Wheels as well, but he doesn't really play with them. So he had the Millennium Falcon. This snake one, he loved it. He saw it in Florida. I think there's a car wash there. And then you've got the Death Star. He got this when he was really, really small. And I mean, I love it. These are the remotes for the actual droids. But this, I think it's got batteries in there. Yeah. So you got the Death Star, and then you've got to put a. I don't know where the yeah, you got to put like one of the vehicles in there. So this is, I think it's only the vehicles that come with it. So I think does it only come with a TIE Fighter? I'm sure it came with an X-Wing as well, because it's not this one down here, because that's just an X-Wing kind of Hot Wheels. Just trying to get them in focus. That's just a normal X-Wing Hot Wheels, but I'm sure it came with a. I'm sure it came with an X-Wing, but I don't know where it is. But let's try it. Let's try it out with the TIE Fighter. So you put the you put it in there, and then you kind of direct it. And it's supposed to smash up the Death Star, but I can't remember how you use it. And then we've got basically got all these boxes are full of my son's toys. So I've got to go through all of this stuff, and this goes back to when he was just really, really small, like a toddler. So loads of Star Wars toys, He-Man toys that I bought him when he was little. Honestly, it's really sad that I've got to do this. There's my Lego. I love that Optimus Prime. So good. And then Andor's U-Wing's been re-released. So I've got the original. I think it's a great ship. Absolutely great ship. I've got it in the Lego, but I've also got it in the Hasbro release. I mean, it's not a great ship it's a bit flimsy. You know, it's not vintage collection, is it? But I do like it. I really do like it. I think I picked that up at the Disney Character Warehouse, which is why it doesn't have a box. Seems to be a bit of a pattern, but I seem to buy stuff in America and then you got to chuck the boxes so it fits in your bag. There's my Ninjago Lego set, my favourite ride at Legoland. There's Slave 1, that's my son's Boba Fett, Slave 1 there. But yeah, there's some really good stuff. There's the TARDIS, you know, as well. So my son's got a TARDIS and so do I. So I used to just buy him loads of stuff. There's the old Disney castle. So you might have seen a lot of this stuff in previous videos. So that's my son's. That's my son's Snake Mountain as well that I bought him when he was little. And that was from Father Christmas. All works. It's immaculate. That's the original Millennium Falcon from Christmas 1985. Optimus Prime. I think he's my favourite Transformer. Some of my Origins figures. My Supernatural with his reunited with his shield. The Ghostbusters Firehouse. Again, that's my son's. So there's some good stuff there. Do you know what I mean? It's really good stuff. It's not very organised, if I'm honest. But you know, it kept me out of trouble. It kept me sane during the pandemic. But it's it truly is the end. I'm gutted. There's my GoBot. I think I bought it at the last NEC. I love that. I can't remember what it's called. Is it Sonite or something? And I love the Power of the Force figures. I just think they're great. There's my Power of the Force Millennium Falcon. My Solo Lando's Millennium Falcon. Another Optimus Prime. Another Optimus Prime. Droids. Another Rebel Transport full of figures. Another Optimus Prime. Slave 1. And then here's all my vintage collection figures and not Power of the Force, episode 1. I love episode 1. It means so much to me. I bought all these figures. Well, I bought most of them back in the day. Opened them because it was great. I could buy them because I had money in my pocket. But then probably in the last maybe 5 years, I've started picking them up myself, have them on card because I thought they're perfect to go on my Billy bookcase from IKEA. But yeah, I mean, these will get destroyed. I mean, my wife wants a desk by the window, but if she's having the window open, all these figures, because they're not protected, they will just fade, and I don't want that to happen. And then there's my Castle Grayskull. That's my son's red droid from Galaxy's Edge, and that's my Ferry droid. So yeah, definitely I'm gonna change that. And then here's some of my ships just hanging on the wall there. Oh, yeah, this is my Doctor Who umbrella that the wife got me at Christmas. There's my Power of the Force Black Series, because I don't really buy Black Series, but when it's nostalgia, because I love Power of the Force 2, I thought I've got to have these, and they were quite reasonable. From I think I got them from Star Action Figures and Lame. There's my Dewback there, where the leg fell off. That's another video. Got that at the NEC when I met Jodie Whittaker. There's my Snowspeeder with its 2 engines. X-Wing, just needs some stickers. With my original X-Wing pilot from the 80s. And here's all my figures. So yeah, there's a mixture. I've got my Transformers. I picked all of them up in Walmart. That was a Walmart exclusive as well. $50 that was for Optimus Prime. But that's the first one I ever had. Now I got a bit carried away. And then basically behind, in this bookcase is all my Doctor Who VHS videos and TARDISes and Doctors lined up. I'd never get rid of any of this stuff. Definitely wouldn't get rid of my Doctor Who VHS videos because I love them. I love the artwork on them and stuff like that. That's basically where they are. So it might be good to have a look at them. There's my Power of the Force X-Wing that I picked up from Cheshunt in 1999. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it's such a great ship. Brilliant. And then here's my original figures. So yeah, what I might do is I might open these doors up so I can have a proper look. So what I'm going to do, I am going to keep some bits and pieces in these cabinets, but I might move them around a bit. So I might because there'll be no figures in front here. So I might move the Doctor Who videos here, because the bottom cupboards are kind of they're kind of covered. It's only the top of the cupboard that you can kind of see through, which is glass. But I think they should be alright, because the front of the house doesn't really get much sun, so it should be okay. But I'm not going to have any figures hanging up on the walls at all. There's my son's Pac-Man machine, which Father Christmas got him. And I remember on Christmas Eve having to build it with my good friend Martin, who came for Christmas. I couldn't have done it without him. Yeah, I had to do that on Christmas Eve after my son had gone to bed. So luckily he'd gone to bed early, because he's only little. And honestly, it took hours and hours. There's my, I think it's Shadows of the Empire slave one, which is it's just great that they've used the same mould from the Kenner slave one. Oh yeah, the Kenner slave one is my original from Tesco's in Seven Sisters. He's just over there. Yeah, I've got a few pups there as well. The McDonald's ones, but Prince Adam, he took ages. I ordered him, because I love Prince Adam, I ordered him from Forbidden Planet. It took months and months and months. I nearly cancelled the order. I can't even remember what that ship's called. Is it the Talon something? Which I picked up from... Where did I get it from? I got it from... Is it TJ Maxx, I think? $29.99. It's now... No, it was $19.99. $19.99. And it's now $27.99 on Amazon in the UK. But I'm glad I got it. I love it. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I just love all this stuff. And there's my pop-up lightsaber. I don't know if you can see that. Pop-up lightsaber R2, one of my first ever Star Wars figures. I don't know if he's showing up that well. There's Slave Leia with short rounds, Jabba. And that is my cardboard Jabba's Palace from Power of the Force 2, which I think is great, because I love little cardboard play sets and things like that. And there's my original Rebel Transport. Yeah, I just love it. I just love the just the nostalgia and the stories attached to these figures. I mean, the Attack Commander just there, my first ever Star Wars figure that my brother, who used to have a paper round back in the day, obviously hasn't got it now, he found it in the street and brought it home to me. So that is my first ever Star Wars figure. I'll never get rid of him, ever, not in a million years. And that is my second ever Star Wars figure, which is Luke Skywalker from Jabba's Palace. And I bought that from my cousin for 50p. So he's my second ever one. I'll never get rid of him either. Loads of rub on his face, but I just love it. Absolutely love it. And then here's my Starship Enterprise and my Klingon Bird of Prey that Core World sent me, as well as Buck Rogers, the little Corgi Junior's little ship. And I've always wanted these, and I can't believe it. I was so chuffed when he sent them to me. I had no idea what he was sending, but yeah, he'd seen my videos, and they're in immaculate condition. I'm so happy that I've got them, because I only picked up the Buck Rogers, the big version of the ship. I think it was only last year. I think I got it at I can't remember, was it the Infield pageant? So I don't know. But yeah, that was such a nice surprise to get those those in the post. That was brilliant. And yeah, my son didn't realise that he got the Pac-Man machine for Christmas, and the wife got me the stool. So I don't know, maybe my wife was talking to Father Christmas, who knows. And there's my Arsenal gallery from, was it season 1989, 1990, when we won the league. That used to be in my bedroom at home. Some more of my figures up here, and that is my, is it called a Kit Kat clock, or I think it's a Kit Kat clock, made in California. And yeah, my wife, it features in Back to the Future. There's one in Back to the Future. I think, is it in Doc's house with all the clocks? And my wife got it for me, but it hasn't got a battery in there. Oh, it's a Kit Kat, yeah, Kit Kat clock. The eyes move, but there's no battery in there, because I used to do all my YouTube videos in here, and the clock was too loud. That was the days when I was a perfectionist, and all my videos used to have to be perfect. How things have changed. And there's some more of my figures. Quite a few clone troopers, but yeah, I'm sort of running out of room, and I kind of think I don't want to be buying stuff just to put in the loft, and obviously all this stuff is going to go in the loft now. There's my Arsenal shirt. I think I paid a charity auction. It was like £405, I think. I was drunk. I don't drink anymore. Well, I did. I don't drink. I haven't drunk. Well, I hadn't drunk since Christmas 2022. But I did have a few beers in Egypt at the all-inclusive bar. So this is where I used to make my videos. This is where my first ever video was filmed, Ray Skywalker's lightsaber. But now it's got, I mean, this was only going to be temporary. It's got all my, most of my retro collection figures. There's all my new prototypes, which I think just look amazing all together. There's my Battle Droid transport. That, again, I mentioned about Martin, who helped me build the Pac-Man machine. He spotted that in South London in an antique shop. I think I paid 30 quid for it. That's a fantastic ship. And there's my Ewok village that I picked up at the Norwich Toy Fair for £10. Let your eyes be a guide. I absolutely had nothing with it at all. And then I got lucky at the NEC last Christmas at the Leicester Vintage toy shop with their box of delights. I mean, pennies, literally pennies for all the bits. I'd say it's 90% complete now. Just need one or two pieces, like the I've got the fire pit. I just need the kind of the pit where, you know, what's it called? It's where you put the figures so they can be cooked. You know, where Han Solo and stuff. But yeah, it's great. There's my Christmas droids. Talking of my Christmas droids, because I love Toy Polloy, I watch his videos all the time, and he had he did a video on the Disney Store Christmas Advent Calendar droids, but he put 2004 on his video, whereas they came out in 2002, because I've got both sets. So I did a little message, and he didn't have to, but he changed the actual title of his video to 2004. And he changed his thumbnail. He just scrubbed out 2004 and put 2002 instead. So I thought that was hilarious. But I love Toy Polloy. He's one of the best toy channels, and I watch him all the time. I think he's great. There's my Arsenal shirts, both signed. I don't know where they're going to go. They're going to have to go on the wall somewhere. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of everything that I've got. don't know if you can pick everything up because of the light. I think the sun's kind of gone behind a cloud. But what I'll do, I'll again, just for posterity, it's more for my benefit than yours. I think I'll open both these cupboards and just have a proper look, because it'll be interesting in years to come to have a look back and see see what my display kind of looked like. So I'm gonna move these Star Wars figures, just have a proper look, because there's some good figures behind these Kenner and Masters of the Universe cards. So I'll do that now. But here's a proper look at my my Star Wars display. So it's a mixture. It's a mixture of figures, but a lot of them are my originals. So that's like my original Darth Vader, original Emperor, my original Royal Guards in there from Argus, which came with my Gamoran Guard, pop-up lightsaber, R2-D2 and Chief Chirper. They all came together, and they were my well, I already had the attack commander, who's there. So I had him, and I had Luke, and then I got those four, because you couldn't choose what ones you wanted. You could just buy, I think you could buy 4 in a box set or something. It wasn't a box set. When I say box, it was just a cardboard box all taped up. I remember getting him in Argus with my brother and just being in the back of my dad's Avenger, because we'd saved up our pocket money together, and we just ripped that box open. Not like it was Christmas 1985, because it wasn't. I don't even think it was 1985. It must have been like 1984. But yeah, great days. Just great figures, great memories. I just love it. I just love Star Wars figures. Absolutely love them. They mean so much to me. In some ways, I love the movies, but the actual figures themselves, I had more adventures with my figures than than what the movies did. So, and also you couldn't rewatch them. You know, you'd see the movie on ITV, or you'd see it in the cinema, like Return of the Jedi, but you couldn't rewatch it like you can these days. So yeah, but definitely means so much, especially this Rebel transport as well. And then this is what you don't kind of see. So this is just like bits and pieces that I kind of store in there. There's like DVDs, Trial of a Time Lord, Blu-ray. So I need to kind of get all of this kind of sorted out. There's my mini rigs, my Doctor Who Sonic, the Key to Time, DVDs in there. Yeah, just general bits and pieces. But yeah, I definitely need to sort all this out. That's my one of my original speeder bikes, Cybermen. Oh, and there's my because I've got the games on display. So that's the never open. That's the Empire Strikes Back game with I don't know if you can see it. It's got, where is he? Luke Skywalker. Yeah, just about to see him. Luke Skywalker, Snowspeeder pilot, and I've got another one up there which I've opened. But then I've got this one down here, which is it's the Star Wars game, Escape from the Death Star, and it's got the Grand Moff. You probably can't see the Grand Moff. Never opened, but obviously I want a Grand Moff. I want a Grand Moff to open, so hopefully that will happen at some point. Because yeah, so this video will go out. Yes, so I've now got the second set from Star Action Figures, because you would have seen that video already. So yeah, I'll be opening up the Moff, which I think is a great figure, but expensive. But I managed to get it for 15 quid from Star Action Figures during their sale. So I look forward to doing that, and also having a look at the game. But yeah, that's really everything. There's the Playmobil Back to the Future. But that's really everything in this cupboard. So we'll just have a look in the well, I call it the Doctor Who Billy bookcase with all the VHS videos. And then here is my, well, I call it my Doctor Who Billy bookcase, shelves. And it's got basically every single Doctor Who video. I mean, it's 2 layers, so you've got Doctor Who videos behind as well. But it is every single Doctor Who video there is. So one of the things I just need to do to make it a complete set, I believe it's a complete set, is Chuffy Futter. He sent me Dalek Invasion Earth Part 2. So I've got 2 Part 1s, because back in back when it came out, which I think was the 90s, I bought it in a shop in Covent Garden. It was like a videotape shop, and they were selling it separate. And because I only had my paper round money, I couldn't buy both of them. I think they were like $5.99 each or $6.99. So I had to come back in a couple of weeks, because I used to go up every week to London, me and my cousin, with our 90p travel card, because we were both children. But yeah, so then I went the following week, but they had the wrong cover. Chuffy Futter's helped me with that. I love this video. This was one of the last videos ever released, The Reign of Terror. And when I was in Florida, it must have been 2003, I was in the Virgin Megastore at downtown Disney Springs, as it's now called. Virgin's not there anymore, but it was a fantastic megastore. And I had some cash left over, so I thought, oh, do you know what? I'm going to buy The Reign of Terror on VHS. So I think I got it in America before I got it in the UK. I can't remember. But I just love the Doctor Who video collection. I could probably tell you where I bought every single one. Oh yeah, Virgin was the same store where I bought Lost Season 1 when it was still being shown in the UK. So I binge watched that when I got back to the UK. There's a few Cybermen there. Oh, and there's Lion-O. So I did show my figures from Thundercats, but there's Lion-O with his sword. There's he's called DJ Rex now, but Captain Rex from the Star Tours ship. There's another Optimus Prime. There's all my Morris Marinas, and there's a Transit there, but because that was my first car. A couple of Only Fools and Horses. There's the Tom Baker in Bessie. I've got a few TARDISes there. Trying to see what my favourite. I think I've got an Australian Invasion, and I remember the Invasion. I missed out on all of them. 35 quid in Cheshunt. So a lot of the videos from the 30th anniversary, I spent big money on back in the day. Now you can pick them up for like a £5 on Evil Bay. Then there's a few. I didn't mention it. There's a few PT Cruisers on my shelves, which is what I currently drive. There's my Doctors. Shooty's not there because there's no room for him. I don't know where Shooty is. I still haven't watched any of the latest series. I've just got no interest in it. There's my Daleks. Well, I've got loads of Doctor Who stuff, but it's all about the room, isn't it? There's some more Doctor Who videos there. And TARDISes. That's my original, because there was 2 originals. Me and my brother had a speeder bike each. That's my original one with Power of the Force 2 flaps on the back. I think it's Power of the Force handles. No, maybe not. I can't remember. But it's definitely a Power of the Force 2 Biker Scout, because they pose so well on there. And there's my Gremlins that I got from Wood Green one Christmas. Absolutely loved those guys. And E.T. Chuffy Futter sent me the E.T. Got some more Doctor Who down here. There's a few ships. and cars. Some of these are my dad's cars from when he was a kid. And then this is the bottom shelf. So there's a few more bits and pieces. Another Optimus Prime, a few little Transformers. There's my original hoist. It's in bits, but that I got one Christmas from my Auntie Mary and Uncle Les. Absolutely loved it. It is in bits, but yeah, it's just great. Yeah, Sharda cost me like 35 quid as well. And Tom Baker, the early years. But yes, it goes up to Mordring Undead, but then all the rest of the Doctor Who videos are behind. Don't know if you can see the Revenge of the Cybermen, the original release with the wrong Cybermen on there, just at the back there. But yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I've got every single one. Oh, and there's Invasion of the Dinosaurs, which I think it was Invasion of the Dinosaurs with John Pertwee and the Reign of Terror, William Hartnell. They were the last two VHS BBC Doctor Who videos to be released. And I also picked up on the right there the American version. I bought it at the same time as the Reign of Terror in Virgin at downtown Disney. So yeah, but that's what you do in it when you go on holiday. You get carried away. Yeah, Terror of the Autons, another 30th anniversary video. That was like 25 quid, I think, on the secondary market. I think I bought most of them in Cheshunt when I used to do toy fairs there. But yeah, it's good to see it. And yeah, I pick up things from time to time, like the Spider-Man was it Corgi Juniors? I used to have that as a kid, and when I picked it up, it only cost me like £1 or £2. I love it, absolutely love it. And there's a Daily Planet one next to it. But that is it. That is basically my room tour. And yeah, all of this is going to change, which I am sad about. But what can you do? I've got no choice. The wife needs an office, and I can keep things as they are. She just wants a desk put near the window, but I don't want my stuff to get destroyed. So I'll sort it out, and definitely I'll have a new toy room in the future when I retire. Yeah, so all this stuff has got to go in boxes, but I will keep some of it out. So it won't be a toy room anymore, it'll be a toy corner. But that is the end of the video. That is the end of the toy room. And as I said, it's the second one I've ever done. Because there are people who do toy room tours like every 5 minutes. And I just, what is the point? But cause I find it's quite personal. It's, it does need some work on it. I think at some point I'm going to decorate the room as well, because it's the only room in the house that's not been decorated. Just never got round to it. But then I started, I think action figures look better on the wall than paint does. But yeah, that is the end of the video. That's the end of the toy room. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It lets me know you care, and it also helps the channel. And I'll see you in the next one.